Hey, it's Aaron, the Metal Theologian. So, it's kind of a what's spinning video today, but I actually had a little bit of incident, so I was trying to think of a way to turn to something positive because it's a pretty negative thing, and I don't ever talk about politics on here because I don't want the shit to get negative, right? So why the fuck would I talk about a seller who was an asshole? But there's an angle because I think I've identified something that happens to me as a collector that probably happens to y'all sometimes too, so maybe we can talk about it. But first, I have a soda today, okay? I've actually had this in the fridge for a while, but I keep forgetting about it. This is Dream World limited edition Coca-Cola. I actually have not tried this yet. Yeah, it's a dream flavored. So I have no idea what that means. All I know is it has a blue label, and we're gonna find out what dreams taste like. I hope it isn't like shit. But, I have a certain amount of confidence in the Coca-Cola Corporation. I can't think of any soda that, right off, that I think just tastes like shit. But on the other hand, I'm pretty easy to please, so. Jesus, this is really weird. There's like some tropical fruit. It's like mango or something like that. It's like, you try to take a sip and like it starts to sit and it's like bam, you know what I mean? It's like I sort of expect it to the flavor. I expect to take a sip and have the flavor sort of settle in and relax over my tongue, you know what I mean, on the insides of my cheeks and shit. And so this one's like you take a sip and it starts to settle and it goes bam with that mango or some kind of tropical fruit. Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. It has that Coke bite, but it really has more of that weird fruit flavor than the actual Coke flavor. I want to change my mind in the course of drinking this. It happens occasionally when I'm talking about one of these, but usually get wrapped up in other shit and don't come back to it. But anyway, it's interesting. I gotta be honest, I'm glad I didn't buy a 12-pack of this because it would take me a long time to drink 12 of those. It took me a while to drink 12 of those limited edition Dr. Peppers, but I've managed to pull through. I don't really drink as much soda as people think, Anyway, so here's the deal. Actually, first of all, here's the first deal. Some quality Jurgen core right now. I mean, look, that cover fucking says it all, doesn't it? And this is definitely kind of a hard, rocky album, but this is also a 1981 album, which is pretty fucking early for something as rockin' as this and sort of intent in it, you know what I mean? It's funny, the guy's name is Shadley. But, yeah, date of recording October of 1980, and this thing came out in 81. So, I mean, it doesn't look super metal on the back, but it definitely looks like, there's hard rock and intent with some of that 70s hangover, which still almost feels out of place, though, because this is really a very 70s sounding record. I mean, there's some nods to it. But for 81, this sounds a lot more modern than I would expect a band of the caliber of Rampage to sound, frankly. Because, I mean, who the fuck has heard of Rampage? Jurgen's heard of them. I'm sure some of you bozos who collect bullshit just like I do have heard of Rampage. But, I mean, let's be honest. This is like a D-tier band, right? Victims of rock. So how cool is it that it's actually fucking really rockin' and cool, There's actually another one here like that I've been geeking out over pretty hard. Eric Bauer put me onto this one. And he got it from John, Bip Bop Boom, so shout-outs all around, right? But yeah, I finally broke down and got a copy of this, man, and I gotta say, I kind of love this record. I mean, it's total boogie shit. If you hate Status Quo or AC/DC or any of that kind of shit, stay the hell away, because you're not gonna like this. But I had the song, what's it called, the first song on side 2, What You're Doing to Me, is I've had for decades on the Friday Rock Show, New Wave British Heavy Metal comp. And there's like a whole album that sounds like that, man. It just fucking rocks. It's, there's a lot of boogie, It's a little bit, if you want to call this trite and derivative, you could do that. But if you want to just sit back and enjoy the fucking thing, you can do that too. And this record's cheap. The only thing that sucks is if you're in the US, you have to get them shipped from Europe because they're like $7, but they're all overseas. So you have to like cough up the extra cash to ship it. So get it in a bundle, which is what I did along with Rampage, and fuck it, while we're at it. This record, which was made for Chromium Dioxide Radio. I mean, look at that. If you watch his channel, you know that this is him. And I'll tell you, I was kind of curious about this. Not because they're all such total dorks, which they are. I mean, that looks like the fucking cast of Stand By Me or something, doesn't it? Especially this guy right here on the end. Yeah. So anyway, this is a Mausoleum, which was generally, you know, kind of a mediocre label. I mean, definitely as many misses as well as hits on Mausoleum, you know, but generally worth checking out, you know. A lot, if you're easily amused, there's a lot to love on Mausoleum. This record is very poppy for a Mausoleum release, but it's fucking pretty damn good, dude. It's just fun, you know what I mean? Easy songs, no big deal. Yeah, so as you may recall, last time I had a record, this one, by Centaur. I don't actually consider myself to have this because this thing is so warped. I mean, the thing tracks it on one side, but it's not going to track it on the other side, right? I only even tried to play it as a joke. This thing is so massively warped. I mean, you see that? It's like really blatant. And the guy graded this as VG+. I'm not going to say his alias in here, by the way, because I don't want to promote him in any way, because the guy's a fucking asshole, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But if you want to know who it was, I'll tell you privately or whatever. If you're thinking about getting something from a seller on the West Coast and you want to know if it's the guy in question, I'll tell you. So anyway, though, yeah, so this is in a big order, too. This is one of 7 records in the order. And it was one of the cheaper ones, too. It was like $17. So I reached out to him and said, hey, man, looks like it's a mistake. You know, shit happens. You grade a bunch of records, you can overlook something, even if it's relatively obvious, whatever. Totally stonewalled me, nothing at all. So, like, after I was like, I messaged back, I was like, hey, man, you get my message? You know? Messaged back, I was like, dude, are you really going to fucking stonewall me? You have all this good shit. You're in the U.S. Really? And so he messaged me back. He's like, all records are play tested. Adjust your tone arm. Like, total dismissive, you know? I'm like, okay, well, you're a fucking asshole. Actually, what happened is you fucking misgraded a record and ripped me off. So now it's like PayPal's involved and Discogs. Of course, you left me retaliatory negative feedback, so I'm dealing with that shit. So the reason I'm bringing all this up, it's not just to vent about this guy, okay? Everyone deals with an asshole from time to time. This guy's a total fucking asshole. But what sucks is when you get a record and the experience is so negative that when you pull out the record, it just bums you out. You can't really enjoy it anymore. Like this record, I actually really want to check this record out, but it's going to be probably a year before I buy another copy of it because it's just spoiled for me now, okay? And that one's defective, so fuck it, you know what I mean? But what am I going to do with these other ones? Like, this record is really fucking good. This Vanexa record, some fucking poverty Italian shit from, like, 1981, though? 82 to 83, okay. Also, though, really early, like, correspondingly clueless. This were in Italian, it'd be a new wave of British heavy metal record. A bunch of different styles they're sort of trying out on here. Great. Kind of inept, but just really fun record, right? So what am I going to do with this if this one's kind of wrong? Well, once upon a time, I had kind of a negative experience in the process of getting this record. And I'm only even talking about this because it was a long time ago now, but it was someone close to the band ended up churning up a bunch of copies, so they were in circulation for a lot less than they had been for a while. And somehow I was trying to like get some copies, and I was kind of trying to get a deal from the guy, but the guy like reacted really badly too, and was kind of a jerk, and I ended up getting a record at the end of it, but it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And what I ended up doing was just filing the record away and fucking forgetting about it for a while. So, time goes by, what happens? What does time do? It heals all wounds, right? No matter how pissed off I am, eventually I go over there, I pull out this record and go, oh, holy shit, man, it's the fucking Excel record. This thing rules, you know? I even fire it up for a minute because I'm fucking hyping it, you know? It's a really cool record. I don't think it's had a good reissue, but I do think it's another case where the band is, like, self-conscious about it or something like that. Anyway, I don't tell you that story to, like, shit talk because, you know, I look back and I go, yeah, you know, maybe I could have been a little bit cooler and shit, too. It's not like I didn't have any part in this, but it was a record that was really kind of spoiled for a while. And what I had to do is sort of force myself to put it out of my mind for a while and then just sort of rediscover it eventually and go, wow, how cool is it that I already have this record instead of having to go hunt for it now, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the plan with the other records, like the Madison and a couple of the other ones that I showed in the last video. I mean, I don't want to like show all the same shit over and over again, but you know, a couple of these are just sort of going to retire for a little while, and they'll may find their way back out eventually. And I wanted to bring this up because, yeah, like I said, we all deal with shitty sellers, but I don't think I'm the only person out there who will like have an experience like that, just kind of, you know, marred by someone who's just a fucking jerk, you know. So how do you handle that, you know? It's like you can sort of write the record off, you can say fuck it and throw it away, you can sell it, or you can just sort of give yourself a little bit of time to get over it, even if it doesn't feel like you're going to in the moment, because eventually it'll pass, man. So, I'm gonna put this on side 2, man, so you can hear King of Fools. Look at this label, man. Yeah, this is an awesome record, man, and you know, it's one of those things where I could do things over. This guy on Discogs is just a prick. It's probably obvious that it bothers me more than it should. I mean, I realize, but you know, I like to be cool to people. You know, it's really important to me to like get along with people. You know, I sort of feel like every time you interact with someone, you have a choice. You know, you can try to like make their day a little bit better. You can try to make it a little bit worse. You know, and most people appreciate and reciprocate in kind. But once in a while, you meet someone who's just a fucking asshole. You know. You know. And this isn't the first one I've met, and if it's the last, then it'll mean that I probably haven't lived for a long time after this video, but that's just the way it goes, you know? These guys have like this total like prog metal inclination, but they have kind of a weak singer. And yeah, man, but they just fucking deliver, man. Like, whatever this band, like, lacked in, like, talent... I almost said songwriting, but the songwriting is pretty fucking solid, really. Whatever they've lacked as far as the execution, they made up for it. Enthusiasm and just fucking awesomeness, you know? So, hats off to Excel, man. Deliver this fucking dream. Yeah. I've been revisiting some of the other big reggae records lately. Yeah, you know, I've still sort of been on the reggae kick. I've been listening about metal and reggae about equally, which is pretty unusual for me, because usually I go on one big kick. I mean, you see it in the videos, too. If you've been watching a while, you know. You know, I'll only talk about jazz for 8 months, or I'll only talk about metal for a year. And it's really been about 50-50 with the reggae. But the real surprise, and I already talked about this earlier, but the real surprise for me was rediscovering this record and finding that I loved it so much. So I've sort of gone back and tried to reassess some of the other ones that were kind of like big records. And this is one, I actually had this on CD, it was so long ago, but I never really cared much for this Heptones record. I just thought it was kind of boring, and it's still not really blowing me away, honestly. I mean, it's a very enjoyable record, it's a nice roots record, it's not like super like, it doesn't sound like a Jamaican production, you know what I mean? It sounds like they went to England. It was actually recorded in Kingston too, at Harry J's, but it just comes off as a lot more sort of professional overall than, you know, than a record like this, right? You can tell by the cover, right? And I don't know, I guess I'd like reggae to be a little bit sloppier, a little bit looser, a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more fucking stoned. It's a little lukewarm, but this is another one I never cared much for that I really like a lot now. This is Police and Thieves by Junior Mervin. Again, it's a pretty big record. I mean, this was, this is a Four Men with Beards reissue, but I'm pretty sure this was an Island. Yeah, it's Universal Music Group now, which is why I'm not playing anything, because they fucking, anything UMG, they'll fucking put ads on, and... Anyway... Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, I've kind of been going for the Lee Perry productions specifically, the ones that I hadn't appreciated. So another one I've been playing a lot, which I have come around on in a big way, even more than the Junior Mervin, is this guy right here by the Congos, Heart of the Congos. Again, a lot of the sort of root stuff and a lot of the falsetto singing like on the Junior Mervin, I was kind of left me a little bit cold, man. But especially this record, man, because this one really does have that kind of Jamaican slop to it. You know what I mean? That sort of, I mean, that real sort of authenticity. I hate to put it that way because it makes it sound like you have to be poor to be authentic. But I don't know, man. This is just a better record, man. Maybe I'll come around, you know. But I compare these two side by side, and this one sounds like a real reggae record. And this sounds like, you know, a record that a Bob Marley fan would probably enjoy, you know. And not there's anything wrong with Bob Marley, you know. I mean, Bob Marley made some good reggae. You listen to these fucking like dirty reggae albums that I listen, not dirty like, you know, like the dance hall slack shit. But like the looser, the grubbier ones, the more ones with lower budgets and shit. And it's just a different vibe, man. So yeah, anyway, those guys all love Bob Marley too. So you know, I'm not gonna. If Prince Farai is a Bob Marley fan, I'm not gonna fucking second guess that dude, right? But you know, I know all those records. I don't really have them anymore. I don't really need them. So you know. It's entry-level stuff, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. That's good stuff. You have to enter somewhere, so that's why that shit's important. Makes me think of a conversation I had with, I don't remember which of my kids, I probably had it with both of them, but about why the Beatles were actually really important. Because we don't listen to fucking Beatles around the house. I mean, I have a couple records, but, you know, Spencer kind of discovered the Beatles on his own, actually a long time after we discussed this, but, you know, it's one of those things where, oh, who's this band, whatever, and it's like, well, listen, it's easy to shit on them because they're so huge and everybody loves them, and, you know, if you hang out on Rachel or with Rachel and Mazzy talking, you're going to get really, really sick of hearing about the fucking Beatles. But they basically invented the idea of an album, you know, like an album as a singular concept. It's basically because of the Beatles that bands are expected to write their own songs, you know? Like, that wasn't a thing. Bands didn't write their own songs until after the Beatles. I mean, shit like that, you know? And it's like, and that's sort of where Bob Marley falls too, you know? It's kind of easy to go, oh, fucking Bob Marley. Everyone knows about Bob Marley. Shit's so trite. But first of all, it doesn't change the fact that, you know, Catch a Fire or Rastaman Vibration, those are great albums. And not just great, but, you know, valid as reggae, as a legitimate statement, you know what I mean? It's not like it's some fucking, you know, studio or label assembled band to just crank out some Exploito record or something like that, you know? Giving Mikey Dread another chance, too. Pulled this one out. Same deal. I kind of like this stuff. I like this one more than the other one that I had. Still a little lukewarm on Mikey Dread, but I'll listen to it a couple more times. This is a lot more like a DJ style record, though. Not so much with all the, you know, the chanting and the talking over the stuff, but as far as the approach, so I don't know. I'll come back when I've digested a little bit more and talk a little more intelligently. Yeah, here's one I haven't shown in a while, actually. I pulled this out because I thought it might sort of go along with the reggae stuff. Actually, I was going to sing the Sons of Arca because I'd gone for the African Head Charge. Actually, I kind of went for this pair right here. This was like the 1-2 that got me going on like the On You label. But fucking this African Head Charge and this Dub Syndicate. It came out at about the same time. Fucking so good. And if you know these records, they're not like straight ahead reggae. I mean, they're very focused on like dub from a production standpoint in terms of the sound and the color. But it's kind of not dub as far as just the extra stuff that's brought into it. It's way beyond just like sort of, you know, dropping in and out the instruments, the stuff that you hear on the drier dub. There's sort of a lot more to this. It's sort of layered in a way as to be its own thing. You know what I mean? With both these acts, which I think are some of the same guys anyway. So yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of the On You Records label. I hype them a lot, so that's what I'm talking about right there. Some good shit. Alright, what else do we have sitting around here? Yeah, see here a couple more that I'm going to need to file away, man. They were in that big order. So I'll come back around on those in a few months. You know how it goes. Yeah, here's what I haven't shown in a while. This is an Ironworks one. This is a little bit on the wimpy side, but it's still a pretty fun record. It's actually on this Masked Records imprint. but it's still like under that sort of Azra Ironworks Metal Storm umbrella, and as such is an interesting piece to me. I kind of try to get everything I can on this label, but there are a lot of parameters, you know what I mean? Like with a label like Neat, I'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna keep an eye out for anything, you know. But like with a label like these guys, they did so much glam shit, and even more than that, they did so many like weird like picture discs and shape discs. And I just don't need 8 different versions of every fucking record, you know what I mean? I don't need, like, for, like, Dark Angel, We Have Arrived, I don't need, like, the square shape disc and the shape disc and the fucking, all this other shit that are all just songs off the same record, you know? It's cool, I mean, I can appreciate that shit, but I don't need to collect everything, you know? Yeah. And then I'll just be honest, man. It's hard for me to bring myself to spend any money on a band called Hans Naughty. So that's another Ironworks Metal Storm Azra one that you might never see me show. I can't see myself coughing up for that. Maybe if I come across one for free or like for $5. I'd probably spend $5 on Hans Naughty. I don't think I'd pay $10 though. Maybe I would, but probably not. Cause fucking Hans Naughty, dude. That's the fucking worst name ever. You know what's really weird is I met the guy behind that label once when I was living in LA. Dave Richards, and he was a good dude, or at least he was good to me. Like as far as like any beef that bands, because you like read this like on the Overkill, like on the first LP, it's like fuck off DT Richards and shit. And, like I think Dark Angel had something like that too. I don't know anything about that. I don't really want to know anything about that. But this dude had a fucking amazing collection of just like memorabilia and shit all over the place. But you know what was really weird? It's kind of in keeping with the label. He seemed to like everything pretty much equally. You know? It was like he had a Foreigner stand-up, and he'd be just excited about that as some Slayer demos that he had where they still, like, wore face paint like they were Kiss or something. He was like, oh, yeah, they'd be embarrassed to see that shit now, you know? The guy had just amazing shit, tons and tons of it, but it was all sort of on the same level, you know? And I was like, dude, this fucking record is so good. This fucking record that you released is so good. You know, Commander or fucking, Stormtrooper record. Is that the one I'm thinking of? With that weird cover? Armies of the Night? I might be mixing up my Ironwork bands, but I'm pretty sure it's Stormtrooper. Some of this shit is just so good, you know what I mean? Some of my very favorite records, like top 20 shit, you know? And then you put out Hans Naughty, what the fuck, you know? And I didn't ask that directly. I mean, it's not like we were like buddies and I was gonna like pry, but I figured, you know, I sort of got the impression that, you know, he like, I don't know, he has a different relationship with music than I do. And I'm not here to judge that. It's just an interesting thing after being kind of focused for so long as a collector myself, you know? Even though I've always liked different kinds of music, there's never been a time when I really just collected one style, you know? Except maybe from really early on, when, you know, when, you know, it was a function of my allowance anyway, you know? Just see what else we have to show here. Yeah, I think I've shown a lot of these already, so, I don't know if I've talked about this record. This Brainstorm record. This is unusual because it's sung in German. It's kind of Jurgencore except for that, actually, because, yeah, that's complicated. Anyway, it's kind of shitty, but, like, going in with that attitude, I'm always surprised by how good this record is, so, yeah, it's an unusual record, you know, it's not great. It's kind of a weird one. It's on this Wishbone label. And I don't think there was a single, even second-rate act on Wishbone. The main band I associate with Wishbone is Dark Sun. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Actually, here's another record I've been playing kind of a lot. Oh, I almost forgot. This is important. Alright, here's one. I assume you all watch Let's Talk Metal. This record, Jack Starr's Burning Star, look at that. Does that look like the sort of record I would buy? No. Some fucking chode holding a guitar all by himself thinking he's hot shit. He's on the back too. Fuck that guy. Yngwie Malmsteen, funny Tony McAlpine or whatever. I don't need that fucking wanker shit, right? Well, fucking Alan from Let's Talk Metal and from the Heavy Metallurgy stream at Marty Worm's channel. He said, this is really a pretty solid power metal record. And admittedly, when he showed it, he also showed, he came out with a different cover, which is a lot better than this one. It has like some monster on it or something. It's a little corny, really, but it's more like you look at that and go, yeah, that looks like the kind of metal record I want to keep around. Whereas this one looks like, this one looks like the kind of record that the chode who lives next door, who's kind of a dork and thinks he's into metal because he has like one Metallica record, the kind of shit that he would have around, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Alan is right, man. This fucking record smokes. I mean, there's some, you know, this prelude in C minor, he's kind of reaching in the toilet a little bit there, you know? Oh, and the cover of Fire and Rain, that is hard to listen to, man. I mean, because this is a metal record, okay? You can, no matter what do you ever no matter what you want to say about this record, no matter what you might want to impugn it as, it's still a metal record. And a metal cover of fucking Fire and Rain by James Taylor is painful. But that still leaves like 8 songs on here that are really good, and I'm chopping off the fucking other wasted instrumentals. So overall, for like a $10 or $12 record, whatever this is, this fucking thing is worth every penny. So Jack Starr, I wish you'd give your band a little more breathing space and not do that stupid Burning Stars shit, because, I mean, what the fuck? Is that like, if you're John Bon Jovi, you call your band Bon Jovi, I'm supposed to buy that? It's not a solo thing, it's the band? Fuck you, dude. Just like Van Halen, fucking Van Halen, my ass, you know? So yeah, I don't approve of that shit, but fucking Jack Starr made a damn good record. In spite of himself. Or maybe he's just a hell of a guy, and like, some tool at the label, like a Mike Varney or someone like that, like pressured him into like going for the solo Guitar Hero thing, when really he was just a humble guy who wanted to play his guitar. And maybe think about his girlfriend in that picture, you know? He's a sensitive guy. I don't know, man. What can I say? I often say here that it's not true that you can't judge a book by a cover, because you usually can judge a book by its cover. I mean, come on, what do you think this record is going to sound like? Right? But in this one case, the cover fooled me. Because I said, that looks like some fucking bullshit. And I was wrong, man. And Alan set me straight. So, shout out to Alan. Thank you. Thanks for watching the video. I hope I'm not completely off base with all those thoughts earlier on, man, but this just occasionally happens, you know what I mean? Someone pisses you off when they're selling you a record or something. Fuck, man, I have more stories about that. The Dr. Mastermind record got spoiled for me. So, maybe this will help you get through a couple of those things, because it sucks when a record you're really hot for is ruined. So give yourself a chance and rediscover it later, because music is more important than bullshit. There you go, that's my words of wisdom for the day. Thanks for watching.